Hey, I just watched the new series, the new pilot episode of Clarice. When I was in junior high, I read The Silence of the Lambs by Thomas Harris. I also read his book Hannibal. I bought the movies, Manhunter, Hannibal, etc. I also watched the series Hannibal that lasted a couple seasons and was canceled. This pilot episode of Clarice begins in the aftermath of Agent Starling coming to grips with what happened with Buffalo Bill and saving the senator's daughter named Catherine. So we have some pretty cool flashbacks to the first film. And we also spend a little time with Catherine, who is not coping well with her situation, having survived the serial killer Buffalo Bill. And also, Agent Starling is still having issues from her ordeal. So, right off the bat, Hannibal will not be in this series due to rights issues, and that's the reason Clarice Starling could never appear in the prior Hannibal series because of rights issues. So, that's a big kink to a lot of different people. In that you can't have the franchise's most interesting character in the new series. So, after that, we move on to a new crime, a new serial killer that has killed a couple women, different races, different ages, but Agent Starling feels there's something not quite right with the murders. It's all a little bit too clean, too pristine, too odd compared to other serial crimes. But watching it, it reminded me a bit of Hannibal with the slow motion and kind of artsy cinematography that permeated the first few seasons of Hannibal. And I enjoyed the flashbacks to Buffalo Bill, and it kind of made me want to watch the first Silence of the Lambs over again. So that was basically the first episode. She kind of clashed with her boss. She felt certain things weren't up to snuff with the crimes, and she was still coming to grips with what happened with Buffalo Bill. So it basically looks like this season is going to focus on Clarice and have her do different crimes and whatnot. So I liked the pilot. I thought it was interesting enough for me to watch next week. But I think an issue is that Hannibal's not going to be in the series. And it's going to move on from the framework of The Silence of the Lambs. It's just going to move on and focus more on Starling and her moving up in the FBI. So I thought it was interesting. I'd watch it. I'd watch more of it. Just know that you're not going to get Hannibal. It's not Silence of the Lambs 2.0. It's not Hannibal 2.0. It's going to be its own thing. And I'm wondering if, since Hannibal isn't going to show up, if maybe we'll see other characters and other references to the series throughout the show, depending on how long the show lasts, depending on the popularity and the viewing. But I'd give it a shot, and we'll see how the show evolves throughout the season. And I'd like to know what you guys think of it. I'm a huge fan of the Hannibal series and the Silence of the Lambs movies and Manhunter and whatnot. So I guess we'll see where this series goes from here. But I thought it was an interesting pilot, and we'll just see if it gets better or if it declines, as the show goes on. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'd love to know your thoughts. Peace.